what are you doing with your t-shirt and her asshole? You know, those are those two things.
It's a big
generally
you're in the court of law, and you're like, listen, Mr. West, what were you doing with your t-shirt and this woman's asshole?
The judge uses the word asshole.
It's a New York judge. Hello and welcome to the Lyric Boys podcast. I am Lucian Flores, and with me, as always, is Andrew Stieglitz. Andrew, say hello.
Hello.
Hi. So this podcast, we take one of our favorite bands, favorite musicians, and we pick 10 of their craziest, wildest, most insane, most absurd, funniest lyrics. We talk about them. We discuss them. We don't really analyze them. We're not people who analyze and pick them apart. We just kind of use them as a jumping off point for conversation, jokes, stories, whatever we want. On this episode, we were talking about Mr. Kanye West. So Kanye is a person with crazy lyrics. It was quite a challenge picking only 10 lyrics. And listen, Kanye is a big artist. He's one of the bigger ones we've talked about, but in case anyone at home has never heard of Kanye West and is turning to their wife and saying, Eleanor, who is this Mr. West fella they're talking about? Stieglitz, can you fill it in? Can you tell us who Kanye West is?
Yeah, me and Eleanor can both tell you that Kanye West is a deep breath rapper, producer, fashion designer, all-around controversial figure of the 2000s. I think that about sums it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Kanye. He started off as a producer for hire with Jay-Z and Jay-Z's label Rockefeller Records, and Jay-Z kind of like launched him to stardom, and from there he's been able to make his own music, and he came out with his first album in 2004 called The College Dropout. Which was a massive album. Songs like All Falls Down and Jesus Walks are on that album. And from there, he just like hit the ground running. Late Registration, 2005, where he had like a ton of famous people. He had like Adam Levine is on that album, and like that's the song. That's the album that has Gold Digger on it, and that was just everywhere. Graduation came out in 2007. 808s and Heartbreak in 2008, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy in 2010.
Which My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is a Pitchfork 10 out of 10 record. It's one of the few.
Fucking fantastic album. Yeezus in 2013, Life of Pablo in 2016. Then he had that shorter album Yay in 2018, and then Jesus is King in 2019. I will say after 2010, that's when we get like modern weird Kanye.
Yeah, I know we both like Kanye, but we both like different era Kanye. So you're definitely College Dropout through probably My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, right? That's probably
04 to 10 is like the sweet spot of Kanye for me.
And my knowledge of his first 4 albums is incredibly poor. My Kanye's like
your knowledge of everything is incredibly poor, but I guess
that's true. I don't even know how these words are forming out of my mouth. I like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Yeezus, Life of Pablo. Those are the ones I know the best. And then Yay, I know like okay. And Jesus is King is not good. Jesus is King. If you're listening at home, you're like, what is that album? It's Kanye like going clean and like not cursing and just talking about like Jesus a lot and Chick-fil-A. It's I had listened to it once and I was like, I can't. That was like definitely like Kanye has had many low points in his career for various reasons, but that album is a low point.
Yeah, usually all of his own doing.
Yeah.
That album, I mean, I listened to like one song and I was like, this is garbage. I don't need to hear this.
He also had like Watch the Throne in 2011 with Jay-Z and Kids See Ghosts with Kid Cudi in 2018. So he's done a lot. He's a busy man.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, he certainly has kept busy. He had like a fashion line. He had Yeezys, right? The shoe at some point. But yeah, so he's been through a lot. I don't think that we need to go through all his trials and tribulations. We'll just say that he has said some pretty dumb things. Like,
Kanye,
we don't need to go through it. He said dumb shit.
I mean, we know Kanye is one of those people that says kind of whatever, whenever, and he suffers from that. One of my favorite Kanye West stories that I've heard is said by Paul McCartney. He told me personally, and when I say he told me personally, I mean I saw an interview with Paul McCartney, and he told this to a much famous magazine. But so Paul McCartney collaborated with Kanye on the song 4 or 5 Seconds, right? And the song The Only One as well, maybe? I don't remember the names. And basically Paul McCartney was in the studio with Kanye, and they were just like, Paul McCartney would play shit and Kanye would just be like watching videos on his computer. Like he would scroll through like basically like kind of like almost nude pictures of his wife, Kim Kardashian. And I think he would watch like porn. Maybe he wasn't watching porn around Paul McCartney, but I know Kanye like apparently just watches porn in the studio all the time. And Paul McCartney would like play some stuff and be like, Kanye, what are we like doing? And then Paul McCartney like left after a couple of days in the studio being like, oh wow, I guess we didn't do anything. And then Kanye turned out to be recording the whole thing. And he like pulled like Paul McCartney just like fiddling around on bass. And that like was the beginning of 4 or 5. He basically like released 4 or 5 seconds. And Paul McCartney was like, wow, I had no idea that is what was going to happen from that session. I thought he was just watching porn.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, that's fucking crazy, man. First of all, so fucking disrespectful. But also, like, that goes without saying. But also, it's crazy the way his mind works, right? Is that, like, it's just, it's like the smart kid in class who always seems to be doodling. And you're like, this fucking slacker. And then he gets straight A's all the time. And you're like, how? I study for weeks and I'm an average student. And you're just like you have like your headphones in and you're like, yeah, I know what the atomic elements are. Okay.
I feel like if you were to look into Kanye's mind and you'd have to push aside like baseless conspiracy theories and like, and like narcissism, you would find, you know, like all those TV shows that are like about like a genius, like a detective who like sees things, like kind of like a Sherlock Holmes or like a house or whatever. I feel like his mind is like that. It's like all these like musical notes, like all these musical notes like floating around, and he's like, yes, put that together, and that's like that's what he does best. So we'll get into our favorite Kanye lyrics, and Stieglitz will lead us off. But I just want to say, hey, friends, family, loved ones listening to this podcast, hey, subscribe. Just subscribe. Why not subscribe? I'll tell you why. Choose subscribe, because if you subscribe, you'll never miss an episode. And if you never miss an episode, that means you're going to spend more time with me and Andrew, which is a great deal for you. It is free, clean fun. And baby, that's what we all need right now. Am I right? Am I right?
What a sell. What a sell.
Maybe I shouldn't always improvise the selling points, but hey, baby, good, clean fun is what we want. Andrew, hit it off. Give me your first Kanye West lyric.
Okay. My first Kanye lyric comes from the album My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. It is the song Gorgeous. And the lyric is, choke a South Park writer with a fish stick. I insisted to get up off this dick. So this is, let's dive into some Kanye lore a little bit, right? This is a reference to around that time South Park had an episode. This was like right after the Taylor Swift thing where he was like, I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce deserved to win, right?
Basically, if you don't know, this? Taylor Swift won an award at like MTV Music Video Awards for Best Music Video of the Year, and she was accepting it, and Kanye was like, just took the mic and was like, I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce like deserved to win this. So, really not a great move.
After that, tons of like jokes would come out about Kanye just kind of being an asshole. And one of those was a South Park episode where Kanye doesn't understand the joke. Do you know what the joke is, Lucian?
It's been a long time since
Okay,
I've
so
seen
the
this.
joke is, hey, do you like fish sticks? And then you say, yeah. And then
Yes.
I say, what are you, a gay fish? And so in that episode, Kanye West is the only person in the world that doesn't understand. And he's like, I'm not a gay fish. I just like fish sticks. And they're like, it's a punchline. And he's like, but you keep calling me a gay fish. I'm not. And at the end of the episode, he turns into a gay fish. But basically, he doesn't understand the joke. And I feel like, and this song is a perfect example of like art imitates life and life imitates art. Because I feel like he also doesn't understand the episode. Like he doesn't understand the satire behind it. And is just like, in real life is like, but I'm not a gay fish. So like, I don't get the point of this episode. They keep calling me a gay fish in this episode, but I'm not one. And it's so funny that the biggest fucking star in the world would be bothered by an episode of South Park to this extent. Like choke a South Park writer with a fish stick.
I do like that he kind of is an anonymous South Park writer. He's like, choke a South Park writer. It's just one of their staff of like 8 or 12, whatever, right? And I like that idea that it's there's one writer out there that kind of hates the most. But I do like that he gives like props to the writers. He knows it's a team effort. Kanye's not like choke Matt and Trey, like Matt Stone and Trey Parker, the creators of South Park. He's like, no, the writing staff, the people who collaborated and brought me down. So,
well, I was going to say, I feel like he doesn't understand because he's just like, I want to choke a writer. If somebody is a writer for South Park, I don't care what season, I don't care when it was. If you wrote for South Park between 1997 and now, I want to fucking kill you because in one of those hundreds of episodes, I was made fun of.
I want to choke the author of South Park.
Yeah.
What is funny though is like, I was thinking about this too, like the idea of being so famous that you're just like parodied as much as like Kanye West is, or made fun of as much as Kanye West is. But like, imagine if South Park just came out with an episode and was like, Andrew Stieglitz sucks. He's so dumb and dense. And you're like watching that at home, like what would that reaction be? Like if you were famous enough to actually be like mentioned in this stuff, I feel like that would be so strange. And but it would mess with me.
This episode came out in what, like 2009, I think. And at that point, Kanye was on top of the fucking world. I mean, he was a mega star. So like, yeah, if I was a mega star and South Park like made a parody episode about me, I think that I would take it lightly. I would like to think that I'd be like, oh my God, that's kind of funny. Like I get what they mean, that like I understand how I come off, because I feel like I'm somewhat self-aware. But like I understand how I come off, right? This is Kanye being like so not self-aware that he thinks that the joke in the South Park episode is real. I feel like he really is like, but I don't get the joke. I'm not Kanye West. The real Kanye West is not a gay fish. Everybody look at me. Look, do I look like a gay fish to you? And so when he's writing his album, he's like, I got to make sure I call out.
Boiling with rage.
Yeah, like I can't believe they think I'm a gay fish. I will go to the doctor, get x-rays to show that I have lungs and not gills.
Yeah, I guess that's true that this was like Kanye's. In my mind, this is the peak for him. This album also like coincided with me starting college. And this was like a 10 out of 10 record. And my knowledge of just like hip hop and rap was so poor. I just like ignored that side. So I was like, okay, let me listen to this. But yeah. So my first Kanye West lyric is from one of my favorite songs of his off the album Yeezus. And it is the song I'm In It.
Okay. I don't know this album like at all, really.
I don't know. For some reason, I know this album pretty well and Life of Pablo really well. This song is one of the 3 songs on this album, or maybe even 4 songs on this album that features Justin Vernon, aka Bon Iver. So they're all jams. I fucking love Bon Iver. I love Justin Vernon, and his contributions to these songs are so good. And Yeezus goes so hard, and this song has I forget exactly the other lyrics, but there's definitely lyrics on this song that we should not discuss, being who we are. But this song is like so hard and funny. But so the way the song opens is, damn, your lips very soft. As I turn my BlackBerry off and I turn your bathwater on and you turn off your iPhone. Careless whispers, I fucking biting ass, neck, ears, hair, legs, eating ass. So
okay, can I tell you the two words that stand out to me the most in that? I fucking. I fucking. What is? He's
like
fucking
staring at someone with your eyes and just like fucking them with your seductive glances.
Oh right.
You thought he was like being like, I fucking like himself, like I first person.
That's so okay. Now
Kanye's like having sex and he's like arms in the air. He's like, I'm doing it. I'm in it.
No,
That's what the song is called.
He's like, Kim, open your eyes.
Oh no.
I'm gonna stick it right in there.
So what I find so funny about this is, damn, your lips very soft as I turn my BlackBerry off and I turn your bathwater on and you turn off your iPhone. So I do love that there's these seductive things happening alongside, like, I'm turning off my BlackBerry, you're turning off your iPhone, I'm taking my iPad, I'm powering it down, my Kindle, I'm just putting it in the other room. I'm like turning off my printer, my fax machine is off, Wi-Fi is powered down. We're going to do it without distractions.
It sounds like a very OCD thing. Like it's like one of those like smash cuts. They like open the door and they're like ripping each other's clothes off. And then he's
like, wait,
he's like, hold on.
Computer.
My computer needs to turn off. I got to check the stove. I got to make sure all the burners are turned off. I have to touch them and count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. Now let's go into the bedroom. I got to make sure the electronics are plugged in but turned off. And at the end, she's like, I think I'm just going to go.
I do kind of wish these lyrics continued, where it's like one fun, like seductive thing paired with one electronic powering off. And that was just like a longer part of the song. But it is also a sign of the time that BlackBerry is mentioned, which isn't really, around anymore. Or maybe they are, but who knows?
Careless whisper. It goes from like, okay, so you're saying I fucking, right. So that makes sense. Like, fuck, like the eye, like staring at each other. Careless whispers, I fucking. And then immediately he goes down to bite her ass.
Biting ass is such an interesting concept too. Like,
yes.
That comes out. Yes.
That comes at an early moment here, right? Because he's like, okay, he's like careless whispers, right? We're like whispering to each other. We're like whispering in each other's ears. Then we're like looking at each other seductively. And then immediately I'm going to bite your ass. And then it goes back up to neck. Neck, just like ears, hair, legs. And then he goes back down to eating ass. So I feel like he rushed things a little bit there.
Yeah, well, it's also funny is he's biting hair, he's biting legs, he's biting ears, and then he's eating ass. Anyway, iconic, purely iconic, all of this. And I do also kind of like that maybe like he went to like couples therapy before this, and they're like, what is an issue that you guys have? The therapist would have been like, what is an issue in your relationship? And they're both like, we spend too much time on our phones, we're kind of disconnected, like we go to bed and instead of like talking about our days, what we do is just gaze into the dark hole of Twitter. And the therapist is like, well, maybe turn off your phones before you go to bed, or like leave the bed only for sleeping and intimacy. And so they just like took that advice and went ham on it.
Yeah, I'm picturing this as a one night stand. Where
me too. Yeah.
It's not even like we have problems. We're literally meeting each other for the first time, and I immediately went to go bite your ass. That was move number 1. Before I kissed you, I whispered in your ear, and then I got down on my knees. You were still standing up in the doorway with your jacket on, and I lifted up your jacket and just took a chomp.
Big chomp. It's it's what you gotta do.
Down.
Anyway,
okay.
This song goes so hard. Audience at home, I'm in it. It's a great party song. Great.
I gotta, yeah,
great
I do like the
song.
song. I gotta get more into Yeezus because Yeezus, like, that album was never really my jam as much. But I know that this song is hard and this song is good.
All right, give me your second Kanye West lyric for our third overall.
My second lyric is from the song Drunk and Hot Girls off the album Graduation.
Okay.
And the lyric is, please don't fall asleep, baby. We almost back. Please don't throw up in the car. We almost crashed. Oh, now you sober. How'd I know you say that, you drunken hot girl?
Wow. Okay, I have not heard the song because I just don't know these early albums.
So fucking funny.
I do think it's funny that he just calls her just like a drunken hot girl to her face.
Yes, that is so funny that and also I love the idea of like a near miss that almost causes a 5-car pileup, or like it causes a 5-car pileup behind them, and Kanye just leans over and is like, please don't throw up in the car. We almost crashed, very calmly, and you look behind them and just like the road is on fire, and then he's just like, you drunken hot girl, look what you did. You're so drunk and hot.
Yeah, it's a slightly problematic problem. But I mean, any Kanye lyric is slightly problematic.
Yeah, we're gonna get a little problematic.
Yeah. It's just the vibes he gives out. He's always like singing about these like very messy moments in his life, and I appreciate that.
But I mean,
appreciate that about him.
You hear like, okay, so let me say, please don't throw up in the car. We almost crashed. That's funny because they probably did cause a 5-car pileup. But then he goes, oh, now you sober. How'd I know you'd say that? Which is like, we've all been there with a friend who's just like, I'm sober. I promise I'm sober. Yes. And you're like, how'd I know you'd fucking say that, you drunken hot girl?
Yeah. It is funny when like your friend like pretends to be sober for a second and then you're just like, oh, look at that. And generally that lasts for like a minute, and then it's like, yep, you are just not at all sober. You're a liar.
Do you think that you are a convincing like, because I feel like when I'm drunk, I could easily convince people that I'm sober.
Not at all. I am.
Yeah, I've seen you drunk. You drunk is it's fun. It's a lot happens. For me, I can get there, I do. But like, if I wanted to convince you that I was sober, I think I could do that also.
I have like one friend who, when he's drunk, he like ends up taking care of everyone, and like it's like very responsible. And then it's like, oh wow, he's a responsible drunk. But I've also had situations where people thought I was like hammered and I have not had a sip of alcohol. So.
Yeah. Oh, I've been there too. Yeah.
And they're like, Lucian, you're drunk. I'm like, no, I have not had anything. Stop it. And then I start laughing and I'm just unconvincing. And I'm like, God damn it. Don't.
Yeah, well, you know, my MO when I'm drunk is just to announce it to the world. You
do that. I forgot about that. It's been a while since we've like gone drunk together.
Yeah.
Pandemic.
No, it is definitely something I do.
So Andrew,
like, I will even text if I'm like drinking at home.
You text me. You're like, I'm drunk now. I'm always like, I'm so proud of you, man. You persevere.
Need people to know.
Yeah, I love it. So
I'm gonna call people. I'm gonna say, you drunken hot girl to people, even just like just to everybody.
Yeah, do it.
You drunken hot girl.
It's a drunken hot girl. I feel like that could be like the new like hot girl shit, or like hot girl summer.
Yeah.
It's just drunken.
It should have been in 2007, and maybe it was, and we were like too young to know.
We were in 7th grade. Or no, we were much later. We were in
9th grade.
Yeah, all right. Sorry, I was off 2 years. Okay, I forgot.
Huge difference. Okay.
So my second lyric, and this to me is an iconic Kanye West lyric, and it's an iconic lyric because I feel like so many people hate this lyric, and they're like, "This is Kanye's worst." And I'm like, fellas. It's great.
Fellas, so when you guys are talking about rap, you're just like, fellas, let me inform you a little something about my friend Kanye.
So the song is Father Stretch My Hands off of The Life of Pablo.
Oh,
and the lyric,
this one.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. This is like his most like notorious lyric.
Yeah.
Now, if I fuck this model and she just bleached her asshole and I get bleach on my t-shirt, I'ma feel like an asshole. And what's also good about this lyric is the way it's delivered. He's like, now if I fuck this model and she just bleached her asshole and I get bleach on my t-shirt, I'ma feel like an asshole. It's very like, I'm going to say staccato, and that fucking asshole on YouTube is going to be like, do you know what staccato means?
Dude, we should make this a social post and at him.
At him. Be like, fuck off and suck my little
hand.
So, this lyric is funny. It is funny, okay? I understand why it's like objectively like stupid. But who gives a shit? It is so fucking fun. When you sing this lyric, I am smiling ear to ear. It is a great time. It's what I love about it is so many people listen to this lyric and they're like, that's not how bleaching assholes work. Okay, whatever. Maybe it isn't how bleaching assholes work.
I don't know if anybody has had that thought, to be honest. Like,
I've definitely had multiple people say that. I'd be like, that's not what happens. Yeah.
Well, the Kanye, I feel like many times in many songs has mentioned assholes. Like, I'll have one. I have one coming up later.
He's a big.
But like, I feel like he talks a lot about, for like a rapper, like who came from like the streets of Chicago, and he's like, you know, he is like the quintessential like rags to riches like rapper. He talks a lot about assholes.
Yeah.
I'm looking up right now. I see there's a YouTube video from Hip Hop DX is the name of the channel. And it says Rhymefest, the rapper Rhymefest, who I guess was working on the song with Kanye, recalls leaving studio after hearing Kanye West's bleached asshole lyric. Okay. Imagine just working with someone and you say that line and he just walks out without saying anything.
I honestly think this line is so fun. It is so funny to me. Like, it's just like his mind is funny. And it's just, I don't know. I can't take this line too seriously. Like, it doesn't bother me so much. Like, he's definitely said worse things in his songs. This isn't like, you know, this isn't like an offensive lyric. It isn't like he's not saying anything like wrong. He's just kind of being stupid. And it's just like, it's just the vibe that he'll feel like an asshole is also funny to me. It's like, why would he feel like an asshole? I guess like in my head, he's wearing like a $300 like t-shirt and he doesn't want to get bleach on it. But it's also like, if that's what Kanye West thinks is like what's happening, it's also very funny to imagine him in that situation, just like avoiding his, like he could just take the t-shirt off, right? He doesn't need to wear
that's
it.
the question is like, what are you doing with your t-shirt and her asshole? You know, those are those two things.
It's a big
generally
you're the court of law, and you're like, listen, Mr. West, what were you doing with your t-shirt and this woman's asshole?
The judge uses the word asshole to describe her asshole instead of being like her derriere. The judge is like, listen, what were you doing with this model's asshole, Kanye?
It's a New York judge.
Kanye, let me tell you something about this model's asshole, all right? You got bleach on your shirt. You should feel like an asshole.
This lyric's great.
Also,
everyone loves it.
In this lyric, I'm picturing him, maybe he feels like an asshole because he's cheating on his wife with a model, and the bleach on his t-shirt is evidence from that. However, so like it plays out where he gets bleach on his t-shirt from the model's asshole. He goes home to Kim Kardashian, and Kim's like, Kanye, you have bleach on your t-shirt. And instead of just being like, oh no, I'll go change my shirt, I was cleaning the bathroom. He's like, you caught me. I fucked this model. She bleached her asshole. I got bleach on my t-shirt. Long story short, I'm sorry. Now I feel like an asshole.
Yeah, it is. It's so funny to wonder how his mind works. The opposite of this is like he does do a great job of scrubbing down the bathtub and uses bleach, and it's really good. And he goes to his bros and his bros are like, Kanye, is that bleach in your t-shirt? And he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you how this got here. It's not from washing anything because I'm a man and I would never do such domestic duties. He's like, listen, I had sexual relations with this woman who had just bleached her asshole and I got on my t-shirt, and all his bros are like, yo, that's amazing.
Well,
his bros being Donald Trump and Elon Musk.
Yeah. No, his bros to me are like, I have a lot of follow-up questions. Number one, why didn't you take off the t-shirt? Number two, how did that happen? I mean, like, what were you doing? Again, they're gonna be like,
it's like when you go out.
What was your t-shirt doing with her asshole?
You ever go out and you like put on like, you're like, I look good tonight. I'm wearing a fucking dope ass outfit. And then you're like, well, I gotta like, do something with it. Like, I can't put a sweater on this, or like, I gotta keep looking this way. Like, I can't take these clothes off because like I look too good. Yeah.
Where's this? What does this have to do with bleached assholes?
My point is like, he doesn't want to take off his t-shirt, maybe because he's like, this t-shirt's too good. I went through like such a process of buying it that he's like, I just gotta keep it on.
Yeah, anyway. I mean, here's the thing. I actually, now that you say that is very Kanye. I 100% believe that he would keep a t-shirt on while having sex just to look down every so often and be like, damn, this shirt looks good.
Imagine,
having sex.
I could easily see that, him doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
And but then it's a problem. He comes home to his wife who he's cheating on, and instead of just like lying or taking the shirt, being like, let me just take all precautions. I know this shirt looks dope, but let me take precautions and just take it off so I don't get bleach on my shirt. He comes home and immediately she's like, oh, that's weird. You got a little bleach. Let me get that. And he's like, okay, you caught me. God, can you stop just yelling at me for a second? And she's like, all I said was you have bleach on your shirt. And he's like, how dare you accuse me?
We'll talk more, I think, later about the mind of Kanye West. I definitely have a lyric that's primed for that discussion, and I'm excited beyond belief to get into that. But before then, I would love to get your third lyric, Andrew. I call you Andrew in this podcast. In real life, I call you Stieglitz. Shit is fucked.
Can you please call me a drunken hot girl?
Okay, drunken hot girl, Andrew. What is your third Kanye lyric?
My third Kanye lyric is from the song. This is my favorite Kanye song. It is the song Power off of Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. This song is a go-to workout song of mine. It makes me feel good.
Powerful, yeah.
The lyric is, here we go again. This is the same album. By the way, this is gorgeous. My first lyric about choking a South Park writer was track 2. This is track 3. On track 3, he goes, after he just wanted to kill a South Park writer, he now says, fuck SNL and the whole cast. Tell him Yeezy said they can kiss my whole ass. More specifically, they can kiss my asshole. Again, this is so... I feel like this lyric is Kanye in a fucking nutshell. Like, if you wanted to be like, what is Kanye's mind like? This is the lyric. Okay. Anybody who has mentioned him in sort of a joking way is like dead to him. They're like, fuck you. I can't imagine why you would joke about me. It's like joking about like 9/11 on September 12th.
Yeah. You don't do it.
It's terrible. You don't do it. So fuck SNL and the whole cast. Tell him, and then he's like, more specifically, they can kiss my asshole. Like, thank you for clarifying.
I do love specificity of insults. Like, if you're like angry at someone, the more specific you can be, the funnier that is, and the more aggressive to me.
Yeah.
But I do love the idea of like the big picture is kissing the whole ass, and then you like get into the microscopic detail, and it's also kissing the asshole. And I like that this is both a big picture and a very focused song. It's a little bit of both.
Yeah, I mean, I think as the insultee, it's probably good to be like, oh, I understand like the extent of your insult now. Like before, when you said kiss my ass, I was like, well, whatever, we've heard that before. But when you say kiss my asshole, I understand just how angry you are at me. And to be totally honest, I don't even know what SNL did at this time. I'm sure there was some sketch. I believe there had to be some sketch Taylor Swift. About the Taylor Swift thing.
Yeah.
And it's just, again, one of those like very harmless, like, okay, the fish stick joke and probably this SNL sketch are like very fucking benign. They're barely insulting Kanye.
I do love it though.
Scratching the surface of an insult.
I love that he says fuck the whole cast too, because you know, like somewhere like someone like Bill Hader is like not in this sketch, and he's like, even me. Or like one of the featured players that was there for one season and like, you know, left the cast, like a Jenny Slate or something, right? Who like, she's probably like, well, I wasn't even in this. I was barely in any episodes, and you're still hating on me.
Yeah, but, and it's just like, again, like the insult here, the sketch is probably so fucking benign. It's like, there's a lot of things that you can probably say that are not benign, that are like bad and aggressive, but this, like, Choco South Park, right? Or fuck SNL. It's just like, if you mention Kanye and like, knock knock, who's there? Kanye. You want to kiss my asshole right now? Huh? That would be Kanye's reaction to a knock knock joke.
He's like, you fooled me. I thought someone was at my door. You fucking asshole. You can kiss my whole ass, specifically my asshole. Okay, so.
Or you do like that joke, which I loved as a kid. Couldn't get enough of this joke. Knock knock, who's there? Banana. Knock knock, who's there? Banana. Knock knock.
That was a classic joke for a while. That was an iconic moment in comedy
Orange,
for
you
children.
Glad I didn't say banana? Right. If you did that to Kanye, he'd be like, you had me fooled. I'm angry now because I feel duped. I feel lied to. I am glad you didn't say banana, but I'd be more glad if you specifically kissed my asshole.
So I have two things here. One is the words I was looking for earlier when I felt just like a dumb person was on the macro level, we're talking whole ass. But on a micro level, we're talking asshole. And I find that funny. I feel like you could do some analysis there.
Right. You could.
Second thing is, I don't, you know, it's so easy to make jokes about this person who's clearly easy to make jokes about because they're dumb. But I could easily see this being like, if Donald Trump were to have a lyric, like this would easily be a lyric of his too. Or like, I could see this being a tweet of his easily. It's like Alec Baldwin like does that like shitty impression of him, and he's like, fuck at SNL and the whole cast. He wouldn't say probably kiss my asshole, but he would easily say like, I mean, he basically
has tweeted stuff like that, where it's just like, fuck the whole SNL cast. And I can see him saying specifically kiss my asshole, like, because to him, to like somebody like Trump, it wasn't clear enough. And he's like, how do I convey that I am actually angry and I want them to kiss my ass?
So I feel like this is a great opportunity to mention that Kanye West and Donald Trump met in the Oval Office. And Kanye West showed Trump on his phone like a picture of a plane that he was like, that could be the new Air Force One. I remember just seeing
5-year-olds hanging out.
Yeah, it was like a weird meeting, and the videos from that are hilarious, are genuinely funny in a sad way. But I wonder if they bonded over hating SNL. I wonder if they're like, that's SNL what like got them together. Is like they're like, oh my God, SNL hurt you? Well, SNL hurt me.
Well, SNL let Kanye on at a point, and he had a MAGA hat on.
Yeah,
and he did like a whole thing, and they had to cut him. Don't you? He did like a Trump like.
And I mean, Trump hosted SNL during the election season. And he danced to Hotline Bling with Taron Killam or whatever his name is.
I can't believe they let Kanye on. Do that like Trump. They had to like cut it short.
There's a photo of Kanye with the MAGA hat on, standing next to Adam Driver and Kenan Thompson. It was a very uncomfortable photo.
I have seen that photo.
Yeah.
It is fucking funny.
Anyway, that's when I have one friend in my life who has like a fuck ton of Kanye merch, and he like periodically retires his Kanye merch, and then like after a little bit of time he like pulls it out because he's like, enough time has passed, people forgot what he did, and then Kanye like sings himself lower and he's like, okay, it's permanently retired now.
Oh my
Kanye ran for president. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tweeted during his presidential, like during like the election night, that he had thought he was like in third place in like Kentucky or Missouri or somewhere. And it was like a fake tweet, but he believed for a second that he was like,
here's the thing,
doing well.
Did he like run for president for real, or did he just like if I were to just tweet out like, hey, I'm running for
No, he was on the ballot in some states, not every state because it was a fucking mess of a campaign, but he was on the ballot. He did that.
Wow.
Yeah. So my third Kanye lyric is also from My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and it's from the song Runaway, which also has like a toast to the assholes in the song. Mm-hmm. So I love this. It's once again Kanye just being kind of like not necessarily self-aware. So he's having these lady issues and he's wondering why, right? So Kanye, the lyric is, she finds pictures in my email. I sent this bitch a picture of my dick. I don't know what it is with females, but I'm not too good at that shit. Just such a funny lyric because it's like the answer is there.
Yeah.
It's basically like his significant other looks at Kanye's email and finds that Kanye West sent a picture of his penis to another person, and Kanye's like significant other was like, that's not a good thing, you shouldn't have done that. And Kanye's like, I don't know what it is about bitches, but I'm not good with them. And it's like, yeah, okay, well, first thing is maybe stop emailing women pictures of your penis when you're in a relationship with another person else. I
feel like this is such a guy thing to be like, and like guys, and I'm not including myself in this because I have some self-awareness, I think, but like guys,
when we say guys, we mean like what we think of, what we assume is the stereotypical group of guys.
Yeah, no, but I mean a guy will be like, I don't get it, man, like she really liked my dick last night and I sent her a picture of it while she was at church with her family. Like, like I don't get it. Like, why wouldn't she like it then? And it's like, dude, context, time,
but it's not even that
place.
It's Kanye is like, it's his significant other or his finding a picture that Kanye's dick that he sent to another person. So it would be like if your girlfriend looked at your email and you had just sent like a picture of your penis and like a BCC to like 80 women. You know what I mean? Like that's the equivalent here.
I love that I'm using like.
So I love the idea that like, I just like it is so funny to me that he's just like, I don't know what it is with females. He's like the whole all like women. I don't understand.
Yeah,
I'm doing everything right. They're clearly the ones like that are wrong.
Yeah, well, he's just so like, again, funny. It's like one of those things where it's like, do you like having sex with men or women? And the girl's like, well, I mean, if you're asking me my sexual preference, I'm a straight woman. I like having sex with men. And it's like, okay, then here's a picture of my dick. And she's like, I didn't ask for that. Now it's not. And he's like, but I don't get it. You said you like having sex with dick. And she's like, I'm going to turn my phone off now. That's what I was talking about before, where it's just like, dude, context.
He like just takes it to the next level, and he's like, wait, why don't you like this?
Yeah.
I thought it's like, I like the idea that Kanye is like, I thought I was doing everything right, but like she just doesn't like me, and you're like, oh man, okay, like, yeah, I'm sorry you're feeling like what did you do? And he's like, well, I texted her. And they're like, that's a good start. What did you say? And he was like, well, I didn't say anything. I just sent a picture of my penis. And they're like, that is it? And he's like, yes. And they're like...
He's like, obviously. Like, that's step number one. No, but okay. So the other side of that is like somebody going to Kanye for women advice, and they're like, Kanye, you have been with a lot of women. You have a beautiful wife. What's your secret? Like, what should I do? I like this girl at school, and he's like, okay, step one.
Kanye's being like approached by an 8th grader.
Yes, yeah, like a 13-year-old, and he's like, step one, whip it out, snap a pic, send it to her. That's his step one. What is his step two? If that's his step one, what is his step two?
So, okay, we joke about this, but that is the thing that happens. Like,
I know, that's what I'm saying.
And it is bizarre to me.
Saying,
like,
dude.
There's a group of there are I would assume in the hundreds of thousands of men out there who will DM someone on Twitter and be like, look at this. You want that?
I know.
It is, I guess, if you think of it from
perplexing to me. That thought has never entered my fucking mind.
They view the world like a grocery store or something, and they're just like, look at this. You want this or not? Just let me know. And it's like, what?
I know,
that's their thought.
Well, I think that and the thought to do that has never entered my mind, but I feel like just put that out there. I feel like the thought is what I said before, which is I don't get it. Do you like having sex with penises? Well, yeah, I'm a straight woman. Okay, here's my penis.
Yeah, it is wild. There are a lot of confusing people out there in the world, and it makes you feel better about yourself.
A little bit.
It makes you feel like when you see other people doing stuff like that, you're like, oh, okay, maybe I'm reasonably adjusted.
Yeah, Kanye's advice: 1, dick pic. 2,
turn your BlackBerry off. You gotta be in the moment.
Yeah. 3, bite her ass. Did you try biting her ass? No, I usually just have Spanish class with her. Okay, bite her ass.
All right, give me your 4th Kanye West lyric.
Speaking of Kanye's advice, we're going to go into some pivoting from relationship advice to fitness and exercise advice. This is from the song The New Workout Plan off the album The College Dropout, his debut album. This song is genuinely so good. Another one of my favorites. Another one of my workout playlist songs where it just gets me pumped. So here we go. The lyric is, you're working out, right? Picture you pop in this workout tape, like an 80s workout tape, and it goes 1 and 2
I'm doing
and
Kegels
3 and
the whole
4.
time.
You're doing Kegels 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and get them sit-ups right. And tuck your tummy tight and do your crunches like this. Give head, stop, breathe, get up, check your weave. And then later in the song he says, it's a party tonight, and oh, she's so excited. Tell me who's invited. You, your friends, and my dick.
It is okay, so I have this memory that this reminds me of, which is, we'll bleep his name. One of our mutual friends in college. This man invited me to his house to just a get together, and this person is a very genuinely nice person who's very kind, good-hearted. Yeah. So I was invited to this party. My friend was invited. A couple of us were at this party, or just a hangout, and then my friend was like, oh, there's this person in my class who seems like a nice person, so I'm going to invite them to this. So this dude shows up, and he's a fucking train wreck of a human being, and he makes every single person extremely uncomfortable. But basically, he reminds me of Kanye West in this song, because my friend's roommates were playing Minecraft on the TV while we were drinking. And this dude goes up to the TV and he's like, oh, Minecraft? He's like, I've played this game so many times while getting head. And basically every story was like that, where he was just like, how can I make this about my dick? And then he was so uncomfortable, we locked him out of we basically found a way to get him out of the house and ran inside the house and locked the doors so he wouldn't come inside. So he failed the audition of potential friend.
I've played this so many times while getting hit. I mean, can you only get aroused by playing Minecraft? Like, that's the only way you could maintain an erection? Or like, she's like, baby, I'm in the mood. And he's like, all right, let me cue up Minecraft.
Fire it up.
Or just like why? You couldn't put down the controller for a second? It's like the Kanye bleached asshole t-shirt. It's like you couldn't, there's a very easy like way to circumvent playing Minecraft while getting hit. I don't know. I never associated Minecraft and sexual experiences. They're very far apart to me.
I felt too old for Minecraft in general.
Yeah.
That
Well,
I'm just
yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, I like this also as just like, okay, he's texting a girl, right? And she's like, hey, like they just are first texting. And he's like, hey, there's a party. She's like, hey, there's a party. Do you want to come? And he's like, tell me who's invited. You, your friends, and my dick. And then he sends that dick pic. That is the immediate first thing he does when he texts a girl. And she's like, I don't think you should come anymore.
Yeah, like I'm not going to go to this party anymore, but sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
Hope that you and your penis have a blast tonight. So it is funny. Like I don't know the song too well because I just don't know his early albums. And it is very funny that he's like giving a workout plan. He's like crunches. And as if he's trying to like gaslight someone who doesn't know what crunches are. And he's like, okay, what are crunches? It's you go down on me. And that's what crunches are.
Every time he mentions something, he's like if he's just like, oh, this exotic fruit, and she's like, I never heard of that fruit. What kind of fruit is it? And he's
what is a durian?
Right. And he's like, in his head, the quick math that he does is like, is this the time that I tell her it's a blowjob and then she blows me? And will she believe it? And every time he's like, yes and yes. And so she's like, I'm not really good at crunches. Can you explain like the proper form? And he's like, okay, you blow me.
One thing that is just in general very funny to me about like hip hop or like some of like the biggest like personalities in hip hop is just like how overtly sexual and ridiculous songs can be, and we kind of just like accept that, versus like if this were a song by Imagine Dragons
by Phil Collins,
and he's like, Phil Collins is like, all right, lady, like, here's how you do a crunch. You go down on my wiener. And guess who's coming to the party? Also my wiener. We'd be like, wow, Phil Collins, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, Phil Collins, the musical styling.
We'd be shook.
It's just like,
I can feel it coming.
Blowjob in the air tonight. This song is supposed to be sort of a parody of like 80s workout tapes, because there's like a skit before it that goes into this song, and the beginning of the song is like, you just popped in Kanye's new workout plan, we're gonna get you in shit, and like, so like he goes through it, and then the song genuinely funny later in the song. It has like customer testimonies, and one of them is like, hi, I'm from Mobile, Alabama, and thanks to Kanye's new workout plan, I've been able to date outside the family.
There is something funny about the unabashed horniness of Kanye West.
Yeah.
The fact that he can just like watch like porn around Paul McCartney, and Paul McCartney just like doodling on his bass, being like, what's happening here? Because like that doesn't happen to me. I don't like. I've never been to like a friend's house and like instead of hanging out with me, they're just like watching porn. That would be weird to me.
Have you ever had like a sleepover, like maybe like in 8th or 9th grade, and somebody puts on porn?
No.
Really? You've never had this? I feel like I've talked to a lot of guys who have had that experience.
Good friends. Anyway. So my fourth Kanye West lyric is from the album Yay.
Okay. Not necessarily a highly celebrated album.
There's some dope songs on it. This song is a jam.
Mm-hmm.
And this song is so funny to me. So the song is I Thought About Killing You. I'm going to pull 2 lyrics from it. The first one is... sorry. It makes me laugh so much. Today, I seriously thought about killing you. I contemplated premeditated murder. And I think about killing myself. And I love myself way more than I love you, so. Okay, so that's basically the first lyric. So Kanye's basically like,
I know where this is going.
Kanye is just like, all right, I was thinking about like stuff today, and suddenly the thought about murdering you came up in my mind, and like, hey, chill. It not
sounds
a big
like a
deal.
therapy session.
I think about killing myself all the time. I love myself so much more than you, so I love you less. Therefore, I thought about killing you, and it's okay. It is okay. No hard feelings here.
It sounds like a therapy session where the therapist is like, so
Yes.
take me through your day. Like, what was on your mind? And he's like, I seriously thought about murdering you. And the therapist is like, can someone call 911, please?
He's like, I did the workout plan, and then I thought about killing you. But what is so funny about this? I just think it's stealthily funny when he goes, I contemplated premeditated murder. Yeah, hilariously iconic lyric. He could have been like, today I thought about killing you. I'd kill you with an axe. But he's like, I considered the possibility of premeditated murder today.
Yeah, he's like, I want you to know this wasn't just like an intrusive thought. Like, this was serious contemplation. I sat down, I wrote a pros and cons list, and there are 10 things on each pro side and con side if you want to take a look at it.
There's like there's a Wilco song called Via Chicago, and the opening lyric is, I dreamed about killing you again last night. Similarly, like I love those lyrics because they're creepy as shit.
Yeah.
There's also like a Car Seat Headrest song, Beach Life and Death, which I forget the lyric, but it's similarly like I thought about killing you again. I'm like, wow, a lot of my artists are thinking about killing these people.
One of my favorite rap songs is Kill You by Eminem, where the chorus is, you don't want to fuck with Shady. Because why? Because Shady will fucking kill you. It doesn't rhyme. It's so aggressive. And it's sung in this way where it's just like, you don't want to fuck with Shady. Why not? Because Shady will fucking kill you. It's so aggressive, and I love it.
So, okay. This is just, I love the idea that Kanye treats this like such a small thing. He's like, I thought about killing you, but I think about killing myself. So I love that little so. It's like as if to him that like proves the point. And he's like, we don't need to discuss it anymore. Because like if you told me, Andrew, it's like, I thought about killing you, I'd be like, that's not good. And you're like, whoa, whatever. I think about killing myself all the time. So I'd be like, that doesn't make it better. Murder-suicide is a thing.
Well, here it's making it worse because he's like, I thought about killing you. And they're like, okay, wow. And he's like, and I thought about killing myself. Okay. But I love myself way more than I love you. So we know where this is going, right? Like, I'm going to kill you.
I feel like this is one of the reasons of why Kanye West and Kim Kardashian are getting a divorce. If I'm being honest, because this is scary. So later in the song, Kanye just goes on this fucking tangent that I'm just going to...
Let's hear it.
He goes... I think this is the part where I'm supposed to say something good to compensate it so it doesn't come off bad. But sometimes I think really bad things. Really, really, really bad things. And I love myself way more than I love you. See, if I was trying to relate it to more people, I'd probably say I'm struggling with loving myself because that seems like a common theme. But that's not the case here. I love myself way more than I love you. And I think about killing myself. So best believe I thought about killing you today. Premeditated murder.
This, it's not even a song. It's just a fucked up Joker journal entry.
Sorry.
It is literally like the from the journal of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
I will say it is impressive. Like, okay. Not many people would have this lyric in their song, because I do like how Kanye calls out all the like other things. He's like, I'm not gonna like say I'm struggling with myself. I'm not gonna say something good. I'm just gonna be like, I'm thinking really dark things and I'm thinking about killing you.
Yeah. I'm not going to sugarcoat it here, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to straight up brutally murder you.
Like, I'm going to be honest right now, but I'm thinking about premeditated murder. So this song is, I love this song, but also the album cover is a picture of like Wyoming mountains. And I believe it says, I hate being bipolar. It's awesome. It's on the album cover, which Kanye, just get some help. Get some help.
Yeah.
Get some help.
Have you ever thought about killing anybody?
Well, you best believe I've thought about premeditated murder. Are you kidding me? Because I love myself way more than I thought. No.
Have you ever been? Well, you don't drive that much. Sometimes when I'm driving and I see somebody do a bonehead moment. Yeah, just where I'm just like, what if I just slammed my car into this person right now? Just like, because this person was such a fucking asshole. They blew through that red light. They're clearly going to cause an accident. What if I just like slammed on the gas and was just like, there you go. There's your accident. You wanted one. So here it is. Intrusive thoughts, baby. We love them. Love them. We love intrusive thoughts. Shout out Shout out intrusive thoughts. Our favorite kind of thought. My fifth lyric. Are you ready for it? Wait, let me get ready. I'm ready. Okay, good. It's from the song Barry Bonds off the album Graduation. Damn. And the lyric is, dude, fresh off the plane. Konnichiwa, bitches. Turn around. Another plane. My passport on pivot. And it's just like, it sounds like he's in the airport for the first time. Where he's like, wait a second. There's a plane over there. Wait, turn around. There's another plane. Guys, only myself, a superstar, a mega celebrity like myself, would be in a location such as this where there is more than one plane. Can you even believe where we are right now? And everyone's like, yeah, this is LaGuardia Airport. Someone's trying to bring the hype to every moment in their life. Yeah, which I appreciate. Yeah. It's just like, oh man, getting my passport stamped, motherfucker. Yeah. It's like I'm getting on a plane and I'm watching a movie. I'm in the air now. That's fucking crazy. I'm in a business class. I'm not in first class quite yet, but business class is pretty fucking nice. It's like going to Penn Station and being like, turn around. There's a train. Turn around. Another train. Oh my God. One of them is going across the river to New Jersey, a totally different state. That's crazy. A combination TGI Friday, Taco Bell in Penn Station, the crossroads of the world, across the street from a Sbarro, right next to it, Auntie Anne's. This is where cultures city has everything. Meet. This is the cornerstone of where cultures meet. Italian cuisine, Mexican beautiful cuisine. American cuisine. Yeah. He goes through customs and they stamp his passport and he's like, can I please get a selfie with you? You are the first person I've met in this state and in this country. And I just want to remember this moment for the rest of my life. I love it. I love it. Kanye. It's a rare, like, kind of happy, positive, like childlike innocence lyric from Kanye, where he's just like, I can't believe I'm surrounded by so many planes, and everybody in LaGuardia is like, shut the fuck up, we're trying to sleep. I have a 6-hour layover. I guess one thing with coronavirus, I haven't been to an airport in a while. It's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's gonna be weird. I hate airports. I fucking hate flying. I just like, it's such a, I hate how it all takes so much time. It is just the most, every single thing with flying takes like 3 more hours than it needs to take. Oh yeah, it's the worst. It's so fucking stupid. Yeah, it's the worst. Yeah, but hey, pretty cool thing. Maybe we're just desensitized. We should just awaken to the moment, the fact that we can fly. There is, when I'm going on a vacation to a place I genuinely want to go to, and it's like early in the morning and you get to the airport. Yeah. There is that moment of like, oh, this is vacation starting. Like I can indulge right now. I'm going to Cancun. Like, I can go get...
Yeah.
Look at this breakfast sandwich I can get. I wouldn't normally eat this breakfast sandwich. This is way off of my dietary restrictions. But guess what? Vacation. Airport time.
It's when I land that I feel that. I just feel like the way over, I'm just like, I hate this.
Yeah, it fucking sucks.
My
we don't have the childlike wonder that Kanye does about airports.
No, we're just like, oh, god damn it, I don't care that I'm on a plane and I could watch Anchorman 2. I don't want to watch Anchorman 2. I just want to be there.
Why don't they have Anchorman 1? It's way better.
So my fifth and final Kanye West lyric comes from the album Yeezus. And this song also includes Justin Vernon of Bon Iver fame. The song is Holds My Liquor. So the lyric is, bitch, I'm back out my coma, waking up on your sofa when I park my Range Rover, slightly scratch your Corolla. Okay, I smashed your Corolla. So that is the lyric.
It goes from 0 to 60 real quick.
I love this. Again, I love this song. It's so hard. But I do love that idea that Kanye tries to pull a fast one during the song. And he's like, all right, I parked my Range Rover and okay, I maybe scratched your Corolla. And then the person's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You scratched my Corolla. Like, my car is in pieces. And he's like, okay, I smashed your Corolla.
Well, it could be one of those confessions that he has with the bleach t-shirt where they're like, did you park okay? And he's like, okay, you caught me. I smashed your Corolla. And they're like, well, I didn't even mention that. What do you mean? You smashed my Corolla?
I didn't even think of that. I was planning to talk about the Corolla part, but the idea of this first line just as a standalone lyric, bitch, I'm back out my coma, is very funny. Imagine like a person's been in a coma for like 5 years. And he wakes up and he sits up and like, oh my God, little Gerald's back. And he's just like, bitch, I'm out of my coma.
But then he says right after that, he says, waking up on your sofa. So like he's been in a coma for 5 years and the person whose house he was at is too nervous to bring him to the hospital because they're afraid they'll get in trouble. So he's just been in a coma for 5 years in this person's house.
When I park my Range Rover, slightly scratch your Corolla. It's like you're preparing someone for bad news. So you like start it slowly. You're just like, oh, hey, Andrew. Listen, I was parking my car and I maybe slightly scratched your Corolla. And you go out and the car is on fire. And you're like, okay.
Do you have any good car accident story? Have you ever been in a car accident?
No, I've never been in a car accident.
Really? I have.
Because I'm a good and safe driver. I'm the best driver. I am Tony Andretti. Mario Andretti. I don't remember his name.
I was in a car accident when I was in 4th grade.
Yeah.
Behind the wheel because I'm cool. No, I'm not. I wasn't driving.
Yes, queen.
No, but I was in a car accident in 4th grade and it was traumatizing. It was a really bad one. And we were driving and all of a sudden, like I'm looking out the front window, right? And all of a sudden, this car just fucking appears out of nowhere, like a fucking DeLorean Back to the Future. Like he's coming from the year 1985 and he's just there. Yeah. And we fucking T-bone him. Like T-bone him hard. There was like no time to stop. And and his car like spins and hits a sign, like a dentist's office sign that was like on somebody's front lawn. It was like a dentist's office in a house. And like we like almost smash into somebody's house. And so we're like on this person's lawn. Smoke is everywhere. It's terrifying.
How old
walk
are you
over
again?
10.
Okay.
I walk over and I see the guy's fucking head, bloody head, laying in the back seat. Just like because he wasn't wearing a seatbelt. So he smashed the front window and then he flew back and smashed the back window.
Did he die?
He was in a coma for a long time.
Damn. You told me this, and then he tried to sue your parents.
He tried to sue my parents, yeah. And
How much later did he wake up from his coma?
He tried to sue my parents when I was in high school, and this happened when I was in 4th grade. So it was a long fucking coma.
Damn. I can't even fathom that.
Dude,
Damn.
I know that I was young, but there was we were not going fast at all. It was a one lane, it was like 2-way road, but it was like 1 lane on each side. I mean, we must have been going like 40 maybe, which was the speed limit, and he just like crossed the double D yellow lines, which you're not supposed to do. Okay. And fucking, it was scary.
When he woke up, did he go, bitch, I'm back out my coma?
He did. And then he went, bitch, I'm back out my coma. Time to sue the Stieglitz family.
So I've never been in a car accident, but I remember when me and Andrew Stieglitz did a semester abroad in the city of Los Angeles, which is what our college considered abroad. I remember driving on a left lane, and the car to my right in the middle lane tried to make a right and totally just like missed a car in its blind spot, and the 2 cars next to me crashed. And I was like, wow, and just hearing the crunch of that was terrifying.
Oh, dude, the sound. I mean, it never. Talk about the time on the road. You know the story. You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to give away This is an amazing story.
This is a story that people don't like it, but I think it's great. I was driving down Wilshire Boulevard, passing Beverly Hills. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. And I see a fucking beautiful ass Hyundai Sonata with New York plates, and I'm like, oh man, New York plates? That's the greatest state in the world. And then I look in this car to be like, who's this fucking beautiful man driving this Toyota Corolla, New York plates, Hyundai Sonata, whatever. Who gives a shit?
It was a Hyundai Sonata.
And I look at it, and it's Andrew Stieglitz.
It was me.
I'm fucking pumped. I'm like, hell yeah, this guy's driving. And then I told someone this story, and they're like, oh, that's the story.
Well, let's give a little context, is that this is Los Angeles at rush hour. There are a lot of cars on the road, and there are a lot of roads on the cars. There are a lot of people, and to just like see each other, that's rare. It's rare. It's like a Seinfeld moment where it's just like, in Seinfeld they always like run into people on the streets of Manhattan, and you're like, this is not new. Nobody just runs into each other like, hey, you're on 103rd and 6th, random. Me too.
I also get unreasonably hyped about things in general. Like when I did a semester abroad in London, one of my friends did a semester in London, and I saw him on the tube one day, and I fucking like banged on the window. I was like, oh my God, you're on the fucking tube.
Everybody in that train was like, right, what's all this then? These fucking American twits. Fucking
exactly.
Banging on my tube.
This
is why those fucking colonies, this is why we fought a war with those colonies. Hey, casting directors, if you need a Brit.
Could you imagine the next James Bond, Andrew Stevens? You're like, all right, Governor.
All right, my name's Bond, James Bond. I like vodka, dry martinis.
Shaken, not stirred.
Shaken, not stirred, you dirty fucking American.
It's pretty good. I honestly think that's really good.
Okay.
All right. So listen, fam, this is the part of the episode where we write our own version of the artist's lyrics. So we're going to write our own version of Kanye West lyrics, which means this is going to be difficult. So we're going to give ourselves 30 seconds, a minute or so to just improvise off the dome our own Kanye lyrics. It's kind of funny when we do this because I'm just like, what?
I know. I have
depraved shit do I come up with? What is wrong with me? I'm ashamed of myself. This is a terrible lyric, and I'm ashamed of myself. I'll write another one in the meantime.
I'm not finished yet. Now I'm blanking on what does Kanye say? We just went over 10 lyrics, and I'm like, I don't know what he says. What's a fancy alcohol brand?
My first response was Yinling, which is not true. I'm not gonna help you.
Okay, here we go.
All right. So audience at home, friends, family, lovers, we just wrote our own Kanye West lyrics. And mine is really bad. Andrew, I hope yours is better. Do you want to? All right. So we improvised this
like 48 seconds.
The dome. And
you want me to go first?
Yeah, go first.
Here we go.
Yes.
Trying to hit all the points here. You could call me an asshole, see if I care. In fact, lick my asshole. I triple dog dare. Your girl said, yay, can I do you a favor? I said to her, girl, I like that dirty behavior. We had Goose, Yingling, and Hennessy, and the way she went down made me want to scream.
Wow. That was actually, I really enjoyed that. That was great. You got asshole in there, which I was thinking about trying to do. That was really fun. That was really enjoyable. I'm a pleased man right now.
I am glad that I could please. I'm glad that I had. I tried to get asshole in there. I tried to get some fancy alcohol brands. I tried to get some deviant sexual acts. And I mentioned the name Ye, which he does. He mentions his name quite often.
We'll read it again. We'll read them both again.
Okay.
That's for the audience. So mine is a not good.
Okay.
Not good.
All right.
Mine is these are the first things that came out of my brain, and I hope that no psychoanalyst out there are listening right now, because maybe this is a bad side. Okay. Here are my lyrics. Lady, hop off my Pop-Tart. That shit's...
What? We're supposed to do our own Kanye lyrics. When would he ever say that?
Oh, you don't think he'd ever say hop off my Pop-Tart?
You know what? He might. He actually.
Lady, hop off my Pop-Tart. That shit's way too fruity. Give me that muffin and I'll jack this pop off. Sorry, I gotta do it. Lady, hop off my Pop-Tart. That shit's way too fruity. Give me that muffin. I'll jack this pop off, except when he's moody. Then I'll give him glue for huffin'. Really bad. That was a rhyme scheme that is ABC, ABC.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Okay, the rhyme scheme weirdness aside. Okay. Would he say Pop-Tart? Maybe I can give you that line because he has said some weird fucking things. But like the rest of it, I'll jack off pop. I don't think Kanye would say that even now. I don't think that he would say that.
Yeah, no, but I do. The lyric of "Lady, hop off my Pop-Tart." I kind of want to use that in a regular conversation right now. If someone's bothering me, like I'm online with customer service. And they're just like, you can't return this soiled underwear. You've had it for months. And I'd be like, lady, hop off my Pop-Tart.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, make it happen. Make it a thing.
Give me your lyric again, because yours is actually good. And I want to hear it.
Okay. Again. You could call me an asshole. See if I care. In fact, lick my asshole. I triple dog dare. Your girl said, yay, can I do you a favor? I said to her, girl, I like that dirty behavior. We had Goose, Yingling, and a Hennessy. And the way she went down made me want to scream.
Iconic. You win this round, you fucking
I win
Pop-Tart.
Every round.
That's not true. Some rounds that I win. So, wow, episode is done. Hey. Don't leave yet. Don't fucking leave. Friends, fam, beloved listeners, you listen to our deep analysis, lyrical dive into our Kanye West. And if you like this, we have made so many other episodes. We've made episodes about Lorde and Blink-182 and The National and Weezer and Run the Jewels and Lana Del Rey. We've done all these episodes, and you can check it out. You can check out the Lyric Boys literally wherever you get your podcast, and we would love you if you subscribe. Like, the way to our heart is through subscribers, so if you ever want our heart, you gotta subscribe. That's just the basic facts. And listen, you can go on Instagram, you can go on Facebook.com, heard of it. You go to Twitter, you go to TikTok, and you type in the @ symbol, the Lyric Boys, and you'll find us. And you'll find us there. You can interact with us on any of those platforms. I'll probably be the one on that website to respond to you if you reach out. But listen, we love hearing from you. We love when you subscribe. We love when you act like we are existing humans who are going through the world, and we want to go through the world with you. That's all I gotta say. I'm done. I'm gonna go sleep now.
Wait, I got something to say. Do you like the rockin' jams you hear right now?
I mean, it's no Let It Be, but it'll do.
Well, if you like these jams, go to freelancerny.bandcamp.com. I almost forgot my own fucking URL. Go check out Freelancer. It's my musical project, and I have some demo songs that I made by myself, like this one. And if you like it, I don't know, then you like it. Then that's cool.
And listen, audience at home, if you like the face above me, you can go to ashleymadison.com/Andrew Stieglitz and hit him up. Who knows what will happen?
Here's the thing. You're going to want me to cut that out, and that was way too quick after, and there's no frames to cut.
I'm not going to ask you to cut that out.
Good. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing your dirty work anymore. I'm never editing this podcast again. This podcast is just going to be 24/7 live stream from both of our houses.
Andrew, hop off my Pop-Tart. All right, guys. That is the end of this episode. I hope you all have a wonderful #blessed day. I hope you bring #positive vibes into your #next experience with someone else. I'm tired. I'm dumb. I'm full of puns, baby.
You're young, dumb, and full of cum.
Disgusting.